And with that, that is our interview with Mike Mason, the defensive lineman from the Massachusetts Pirates. The Massachusetts Pirates just played last night. As far as this time recording, they did not win last night, but they are 6-6 and still in a playoff hunt. There's still a few home games left, so please make sure you go to masspiratesfootball.com to look for some tickets. Now, one of the things you may know, depending on which thumbnail you're clicking on, is we're doing a few changes to the show. And one of the big changes that we're doing is we're going to start doing video podcasting. And this is actually going to be the test. So if you clicked on the video portion of this, it's going to be on YouTube. And if you've clicked on it, you're already there. So good for you. But one of the things that we want to do here, and by we, of course, I mean me, is I wanted to do this within 50 episodes. And I think I'm on 34 or 35 or something like that. And so we were getting kind of close. And I wasn't ready necessarily to pull the trigger on doing video or anything else like that. But I'm going to do some tests before we get to the big episode 50, where there will be still the version that kind of comes out for a lot of different places. So your Spotify, your Pandora, everything else like that will have the audio with the same kind of thumbnail and, the base bars or whatever they're called. And then there will be video that's going to YouTube. So we have merged from RSS, where I normally post on Facebook and everything else like that, to go listen to it, which has been great. There's nothing wrong with RSS. It's just they just don't support video. So I had gone through a couple of different kind of, podcast like, what is it called? Like consultations, I guess, consultations. And they had said, why haven't you done video yet? And I had kind of explained that, I was doing this by myself and I was trying to minimize how much work I needed to do. And so I kind of started off that way. We've kind of got a ball rolling a little bit. There's still a long way to go, obviously, but, we have a good standard in place. And I know I can always go back to just audio. I want to do video. Obviously, the loft behind me that you see has its quirks. There's a couch over here. There's a cat condo behind me. It's a work in progress. We have a nice on-air sign over here, something, a sign that my wife made to put in the background and stuff like that. So we're still looking for a few things to move around up here, and it will get there. And I think, for the time being, I've explained it from the beginning that this is kind of where I sit. This is where I do everything, my desk right over here. And, now we're going to go into video editing and stuff like that. So we're going to grow with this, and there's going to be some hiccups, just like everything else. But we're going to do this all together. And we're going to put everything as best we can out. And we're going to see what works, what doesn't work. There's going to be some trial and error, just like everything else. But this is the first step to that. So this being kind of that test, I've done this recording probably 3 or 4 times now, and realized that the audio was coming from the camera or wasn't coming from the microphone or whatever the case may be. I think I put on the microphone like 3 times, so I echoed 1 time. So again, there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be everything else like that. But this is the start of, this is where I do this. This is who I am. And this is the product I want to start putting out there. So this is the big thing. So RSS is gone. We're on Podbean now. So there will be posts coming from there. There will be information coming from there. They support video. They offer a lot of different other services. I think I get 20 hours a month to be able to put this up. I don't think I'm going to be going over 20 hours a month. This episode's going to run a little bit longer than an hour, but 2 great interviews in that, and then this kind of update for you. So you'll be able to see me getting animated now with my conversations. You'll see all my that I do, and hopefully edit out a bunch of them. But this is the way it's going to kind of go for now. The background that I have, I use something called Streamlabs for streaming and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to use that to start off with. So you may see some changes and stuff. It looks all right for now. It's not the finished product, but again, we're going to grow with a little bit here and a little bit there. So I thank everybody for the support. I really do, because this was something that I didn't think I was going to do in my life. I had tried it once with a couple of friends, and then we really just didn't get into it. And now I enjoy doing this. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy giving this information out, talking about something I'm passionate about, and being able to do it with some friends. And I'm very grateful for the Mass Pirates. I'm very grateful for everybody else that's been on the show. And I hope to have people return and have new people. I want to do something with college football shirts and college football teams, not just football, college teams in general. So I'm trying to work on stuff like that. I'm trying to work on sponsorship so that way I can give you a better product too. So I'm doing all right. But there will be the other change you'll see. There'll probably be ads added in through Podbean where there's some sort of monetary value to that stuff coming back to me. So that way I can get better equipment and pay for the services and everything else. So I've just now started to plug money into this. And that's because I believe it can be what I want it to be. So again, thank you everybody. As I always say, no matter where you are in the world, whether it's a good morning, a good afternoon, a good night, I wish you all the best, and we'll see you on the next show.